What has given me a profound sense of joy, which goes beyond all human understanding, is that sense of connection with God. And that I encounter God, I experience God, I connect with God, and because of that, I want to serve God. Because I've experienced His love, His mercy, I want to serve Him. I want others to experience that love, that grace, that healing, that peace. So why wouldn't I want that for other people? I want them to experience the kind of joy that I've known as a Norbertine. I want others, young men, to discover that grace that can come from living in communion with other brothers in the Lord. Now, that doesn't mean that we're perfect. That doesn't mean that there aren't troubles sometimes, that we don't struggle with our own sinfulness, our own imperfections. We do. We do. But the grace of God is always greater than our weakness. The grace of God is always greater than any circumstance, any difficulty. And why wouldn't somebody want to experience that? God has called us to establish His kingdom here on earth. And I think the best way we can do that is as a community of brothers in the Lord. And I would think that there are men, young men out there, who really would like to experience that kind of joy-filled life. If you give yourself to God, you're going to find that the most profound experience that you have is this unbreakable connection with God. And in God, you have this unbreakable connection with all humanity, because we're part of God's family. And the family of God, as we see in the world around us, is in many ways fractured. And the Norbertine commitment is to do whatever it can to heal that fractured community, that fractured family of God. So we follow in the footsteps of Saint Norbert to be ministers of reconciliation and healing. I feel an extraordinary connection with the Lord, and I'm delighted whenever that relationship bears fruit. So if someone comes to me and I'm able to help them to regain their spiritual center, I'm delighted. Or when I'm able to give a homily that might touch people and help people to get closer to the Lord, I'm delighted. Or when I'm able to help people who want to serve the Lord find a way to do so, I'm delighted. So I feel that my joy in serving is that I'm participating in what God wants to do here on earth. That God wants to heal people. God wants to strengthen people, spiritually strengthen them. And I want to play a part in that. Someone who comes and joins our community, I would hope would have that same experience as they exist in this communion of Christ, but also as they learn the joy of serving others, of helping others to find Christ, of helping others to reconnect with God and with the larger community. Daylesford Abbey has been a place where I have encountered Christ. The Lord has made Himself known to me in wondrous ways, and I can't imagine anyone not finding God in a place like this community.